I install my water outlet back onto my intake manifold, I want to chase the threads out with a tap or a thread chaser, make it nice and clean so when I put everything back together, I'm not going to have any issues with the assembly and then torquing the bolts back down to spec. But unfortunately though, in this really tight area, I can't get a thread chaser or a tap into this tight window. So right now then I'm going to show you how to make a thread chaser. It's something that'll fit in this tight little area, and all you need is an old bolt and a die grinder. So if your shop's like mine, it's inevitable. You're going to have a bunch of old bolts laying around. So what I did is I found this bolt that's the same length as the one that I took out of that small area that's in the intake manifold that really comes close to the water pump that's almost about to crash when you pull it out, but you can still get it out. So before I make the slits with the die grinder, I also need to find a nut that's going to fit on the same thread and install it all the way onto the head. Now what that's going to do is when we're done making our two slits into the bolt, what we're going to do then is that's going to help us clean the any burrs out in the threads, and when we're going to back it off. So now I'm going to put it into the vise, and I'm going to make two slits, one here and one on the underside, with just a die grinder like this by putting the wheel right onto the perpendicular at the threads. So what I'm doing then is I'm going to simulate the kind of the cuts here that are into this tap. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the slits into the bolt. Kind of like that. I'll flip it around and do the other side. So I do it directly opposite, so right now the cut is here, so I'm going to put it right to the top. So now that's done, I want to go ahead and I want to take a file, and I want to put the file edge here in between the threads. Now what that's going to do then is help break out any huge burrs that are in there or any pieces of metal that still aren't conforming in with the thread. And then once I get done with that, I'm going to back the nut off, and that'll help clean anything else out. I'm going to match everyone up, just go back and forth like this. That's pretty good. I'm going to turn around and then do the other side. So now that I finished cleaning all the threads with the file, what I'm going to do is back the nut off, and hopefully it'll just come out on its own. If it comes out on its own, you know you got everything, and everything's nice and clean. So that nut came out really nice. That means we've got all the little burrs out of those areas where we made the slits in. I'm going to go ahead and look at it again by eye. And that looks really good. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it into the hole in the intake manifold. So here's the thread chaser I just made. Now I'm going to put it into the hole, and it should go in nice and easy. There's not too much debris, at least in the beginning part of the hole. Yeah, that's going in pretty good. So I think I bottomed out the best I can. I'm going to back it out. And there was a little dirt in there. I don't know if you can see it on there. There's a little dirt, not too much, but still good insurance. Always tap out your holes before you assemble your bolts and torque them down to spec. Now I'm just going to take a blowgun. I'm going to blow that hole out and be all set. And that's how you make a thread chaser. Thanks for watching.